Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Action Podcast 96. Daft thought I was going to miss the number, but I didn't.
Not this time.
It is 96, right? It is 96.
Give or take.
I checked it to make sure before going live today. So there they are. Luz said she missed both of you greatly. So she's happy to see your smiling faces. Did you guys get to see my mustache by any chance?
Time is flying.
That's a mustache?
You should go over to YouTube right now and look at the shorts that were posted. You didn't. I shaved, and my kids like having fun, so I'll have like a goatee or handlebars or long sideburns, and they shaved, and I only had a mustache. And my wife's like, I want you to keep it for New Year's Eve. So I was like, are you sure? She goes, yes. I was like, well, I got to make a video and have to stream. And she's like, well, then we're going to have video evidence of it. So I legitimately streamed with a mustache. And some people liked it and some people didn't like it. So
you with the stash is gross, Aaron.
Reefer in chat really liked it. He said he's gone until I bring it back. So
what's that going to take you like 5 minutes to grow back?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it wouldn't.
A couple days.
I mean, yeah. No, maybe like to really get it back a week or two to like get a full stash back. Yeah. And where is it? Guilty, you got to go look at it. Here, I'll just bring it up.
Yeah, just bring it up.
Yeah, my son's
make me go do stuff.
So Aaron, my son's friend came over for the Christmas holidays after you'd mentioned it, and I hadn't seen him in like 5 or 6 months. He came in, the big stash, but he did the like Civil War twirl.
Oh, like so legitimately twirled it.
Yeah, and he was sitting there twirling it from me. You're a beast.
All right, are you watching? You got stream up, Guilty?
Yeah, I got stream up.
How much you like my mustache?
I hate his mustache.
Why?
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh man.
You're embarrassing, and it looks like a rat on your face.
What? Don't clip
It is
that.
different.
What? Aaron, you look like a creepy
look,
gym teacher. Doesn't it give me a different look? Well, that's what I was going for.
Good. The straight stash just changes everybody.
Perfect.
It just does.
Aaron, you look like a creepy gym teacher. With it. You hate it. Well, that's what I was going for.
Don't ever do that to us again.
You don't like it?
No. It was like a Velcro strip
Aaron,
on your
face. You look like a creepy gym teacher.
That's good.
Well, that's what I was going for. You don't think I look distinguished like that?
No, I don't think anyone does.
You'd have to do like an outfit to make it
1980s
work.
Freddie Mercury right there.
Right, exactly. It is the Freddie.
Tech doesn't know what the F he's talking about. He's in BC. I see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that makes sense.
Sure, Rich.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is what I'm thinking. Let's start off the discussion. How was Christmas? How was New Year's? We'll start with Christmas. Guilty, you go first.
Christmas is good. I spent it with Carolyn's family. And then we did New Year's together. It's all fine. I had like 3 Christmases.
What kind of travel time is it to the parents?
None.
Oh, they're local? Nice.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, I had like 3 of them. So 3 back to back, boom, boom, boom.
Now, not to get too personal, but hanging out with her parents.
There's a lot like my parents.
I mean, that's a pretty big step, right? I mean,
no, her parents are a lot like my parents. Like her mother and my mother probably would have been friends.
Oh, me, yeah.
Very, very similar sensibilities. So
well, that's nice. It's easy to adjust to like the person that you get to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So you spent the holidays with your girlfriend's family
instead of mine. Yeah.
All right. So things are going good.
Yeah.
That's exciting. All right, Daphne, what about you?
Ours was pretty crazy.
Hit me with the crazy. What was crazy?
Well, it was mostly just us. We had my son's friends coming by, so we had like we were the chill house. So,
Okay.
like they would meet up. So that was its own thing. Got to talk about the speaking of mustaches, the twirled up one on Ethan's friend. So that was a fun conversation. And mind you, we've known these guys since they were about 12 years old.
Yes.
So they're 25 now. So it's kind of the new era old guys. The gifting was cool. We had our traditional gifting, but this year Jill and I cheated a little bit, and we just went to bed early.
What?
And then got up at early. Like, well, not even early, because our kids don't even wake up till like 10. So we got up at 6 and did everything.
But you got to be careful. What if they get up early because they're excited?
It wasn't happening. Okay.
They're not young.
Yeah, Ethan's 25, so he didn't. He was
that's true.
He's past it. Our youngest, 14, he was like not going to bed the night before. It was like 11:30. He's like, "Come on, let's go to bed." He's like, "I'm just playing with my friends," and he was just having his thing. So I was like, "Do your thing." About midnight, I finally put him to bed, and then we were just exhausted, so we went to bed. And we were like, "They're not going to wake up." So they didn't. We had to actually kind of scrape them out of bed in the morning. So we got up, set everything up. And it was the coolest experience ever because felt like we were sneaking around. Like you say, we're like, be quiet. But we have this porch that's in between our, like, where the tree room was and our bedroom. So all we did was go we have like an outside door that goes into the backyard, but that same porch goes into the, living room. So we just went through there instead of the hallways, right? So we were quiet as can be already. And then we got up, made coffee, sat down, watched some TV, and decided they weren't getting up. It was like 9:30 at that point. So
it
we
is
got them
wild the differences between all of our experiences. What about New Year's for you?
New Year's, well, the whole time for us, she was actually sick. So we chilled. She had like this chest cold type thing, and she was out for about a week. And that's why I missed the podcast last week, because she just came down with it and I had to go medic mode. But outside of that, it was pretty chill. We just all watched some movies at night and just hung out.
Did you make it to midnight?
Oh, we all made it to midnight.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't a problem. Did the whole thing.
On New Year's or on Christmas?
New Year's
Eve. Yeah, we made it through the whole thing. I think I had like a Javi or something at like 6 o'clock, so that pushed me all the way through. So, but yeah, it was nice. It was more a chill one this year, and it was just kind of nice and cozy. Put it that way.
We tell our kids no presents opening until 7 a.m. And the reason why we have to put a time is because I can't tell you how many years, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., they're all up, or they set their alarms without us knowing, and that kind of thing. So this year we said it doesn't matter if you're up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever, like a single present does not get opened until 7 a.m. So for this year, they were all up around 5, and then they went into their room, and all of them together, and watched a movie after they separated all the gifts under their tree into their own piles. And then finally, I think we ended up getting out of bed maybe around 6:30, because there was like, there's no sleeping at this point. The dogs are up, the kids are up, and we always tell them they can open their stockings when they wake up. Like, we don't care. Like, go after your stockings. But they're just so excited. Like, there's, I've got a spread of 17-8, so they're just so and they're spoiled rotten, right?
And
so there's just
you're 17, still doing the groove.
I should okay. The 5 a.m. crew is the 14 to 8-year-olds. Okay, the 17-year-old knows that the girls will wake him up when it's time.
Gotcha.
So
smart man.
Yeah. He's excited because of the second year in a row last year he got a WWE Championship belt, and this year he got the United States Championship belt. He's collecting they're the real belts, but replicas.
Right.
for wrestling.
Oh, so it's like the full size.
Dude, it is like full size and it's crazy heavy. Like crazy heavy.
That's cool.
Is he displaying them or just have them?
He is at times
walking around town with those
doesn't act his age, but he will wear it around the house and with his friends and throw them over. Like we went to the event at the Boise like Coliseum and saw them. He's showing them off all the time and has a mount where they go on his wall. So
that's cool though. I mean, it's cool to have something that you collect. I mean,
yeah, he loves it.
I think all three of us collect nerdy things.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the least nerdy thing of any of the, if he was to be in this group, to be collected.
Yeah, he loves it.
I have a collection of board games.
I'm just always like, you know, like, hey, you know how expensive they are, so just know you're gonna get a bunch of little crappy gifts and this, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I think this is, unfortunately, it kind of makes us sad. We think this is the last year we will have someone in the house that believes in Santa. So Mia, my youngest, right now, at 8, she's 8. She believes like 100%.
All right.
She believes.
You got to tell her the real story of Santa. I mean, like the
Saint
real
Nicholas?
story. Yeah. Like I think 3rd or 4th century dude. You can skip all the thing about like the girls being sold into prostitution or whatever it was. But like he threw money into their father's room so that he could afford to like help them because he was poor and it was his friend. And he filled his stocking with coins and essentially helped this dude save his daughters from a terrible life. But he also punched somebody in the mouth as a bishop, pulled them down by their beard and bipped them one. So I mean, that's
my daughter. Daddy, you still believe in Santa, right? I was like, yeah, of course, you know. But it's school, you know. It's like, you know, her friend, like, you know, she's in 3rd grade, so
yeah,
it's always kids. Like, you know, there's a bunch of kids in my class don't believe in Santa, right, Dad? And I was like, yeah, I know. Like, don't worry about them. But it's not. Like, we're done. Like, I know there's no way it lasts another year. I would be very surprised.
Ollie got all the way to 13.
Oh, come on.
That's actually pretty impressive.
He did. Yeah.
I was like 2 months ago.
Because we left it left it alone. He brought it up this year though, when he asked about the elves and where they were. And then he asked me like in tangent to that. Like, so where is he coming in?
My daughter, Mia, who's 8. God, I hope she's not watching this.
I know.
She was sad when Christmas came because she's like, well, the elves are going to leave us.
Right.
She, like, I think I told you guys there was like a traumatic experience where someone touched one of the elves and she read that if you put a little sugar on them, it like brings them back, like brings the magic back. And she put a little sugar on one of them and the dog got it and like brought it outside. And she's like, I killed oh my God, I can't even.
Oh.
It was like such a crazy night. And think about trying to navigate that. She, like, in her heart, 1000%, she killed this elf. She killed him.
Oh, man.
It's like, honey, he's totally fine. No, he's dead. I killed him. You know? It's just like, oh my gosh. So, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that's some way it goes sometimes, you know. Harsh
Luckily,
lessons
he
learned.
wasn't beat up too bad where we were able to like get him good. And then my mother-in-law who lives with us went to the store and bought like an elf friend. It's like the deer. And then the next morning when she woke up, there was a note that said, thank you for finding me outside. I had such a wild and fun experience with Luna, your puppy. Thank you for taking good care of me. My elf, you know, like this nice note. Yeah. The elf pet came to hang out with us. And she was like over the moon once that happened. So like we were able to flip the situation. But yeah, she like, the elves are a very serious thing in my house. Very serious.
Yeah, they were for a while here up until this last year. Like we did the pre-note in the beginning that I'll see you next year, and then we'll be there, and we set it up so like they would start at a certain place, and they'd be like, we'll see you in the kitchen next year or whatever, you know. And then this year they mostly sat on my drum set that was by the tree, and they were kind of hanging out. He didn't talk about it once. Last year he asked us, why aren't they moving? Why aren't they moving? Why aren't they moving? Right? So we'd move them around every once in a while. But this year I put them on my drum kit. They're on like the cymbal stands and just kind of on the outskirts of it. And yeah, nothing. Just he saw, oh, they're all here again. I see one in the tree. It's like, okay, we're good.
That is funny.
You know, just one of those weird things as a parent you go through, you know, early on.
We did something different this year. It was like super cheap too. It was like, I don't know, maybe like 30 or 40 bucks. No, it was 50. I think it was 50 bucks. And they send you an elf kit, and it's 31 days, and each day is like laid out. It sounds lazy, but when you're ever in this situation, it's hard to think of like what the, you know, you're tired. It's 10 a.m. Like, what the heck's the elf gonna do tonight, right?
Right.
And
wait. It's an algorithm for where to place your elf.
No, it'll be like day 31, place the elf in a mug. And
so
then,
it's an algorithm for where to place your you
and then it gives you the note for the day. You put the note on it, and then for example, it's like, today I gave you a cup of tea, and there's like a cutout paper T, like the letter T that goes in the cup, and then you put the note on the cup, and the elf's in the cup, like a cup of tea. Get it? Like, and it's
Conflicts carry the weight of
you don't get it.
I get it.
I gets it, but he's like, "What? Why?"
We've never done the elf thing. Ever.
We
not
did it.
any, and not even. I think my sister attempted it, but my nephew is like a deviant, and I think it didn't last. I think he assassinated the elf. But
no, we didn't have that issue. We were pretty creative about how we did it and made it sound realistic, kind of.
We did. Well, I mean, so if I understand correctly, this is just like a tradition that was brought upon by whoever made the elf on the shelf.
Yeah, it was the mother-daughter that. It was a mother-daughter, and I think it was first that the elf is watching you and takes your letters to Santa. So like, the elf is here for the month of December and watching you to make sure you get presents, and then takes your letters to Santa. And then it turned into like the elf. Yeah.
So this is along the lines of how Santa ended up being a portly chap with rosy cheeks and the red suit. It's like a Coca-Cola thing.
Yeah, it just kind of grows over time.
Yeah, the reason you see Santa Claus in a red suit is because of Coca-Cola. Like, well, there was an artist that did that, and Coca-Cola ran with it.
Yeah.
No, I think in real life he wears a red suit. To be honest, I mean,
no, he's nude in real life. He runs around my neighborhood.
Oh, that much I believe. Your neighborhood, yes.
So we never did any of the. I didn't know what the elf on the shelf was because I've never done it. We did the whole, like, the midnight mass thing, and then
Elf on the Shelf
you get that out of the way so you can do presents in the morning.
Elf on the Shelf now is crazy because it's turned. I mean, the people that marketed it and created it are just geniuses. Because if you don't do Elf on the Shelf, well, like, the elves don't show up at your house, like, and then you're at school.
They don't,
and half the kids at class have them, and you don't, and it's.
I'm pretty sure the paid-for school that the girls are going to, that's not going to be an issue.
I bet most of them have elves.
Yeah, I don't remember when we started doing it, but it was definitely we didn't do it with Ethan, we did it with Ollie. And I think that probably just started in 2009 or 10.
I mean, it hasn't been around like a crazy long time.
Not that long.
I don't want. Okay, Lou says it's creepy. She doesn't like dolls. I see dolls, and I do have a natural like I don't like them. They kind of an uneasy feeling around them. But the elf on the shelf thing doesn't touch that to me. Like a baby doll does, though. Baby doll creeps me out. I don't like them. Like even the brand new one in a package is weird.
Right. Like the dolls that would be for me scary are the like typically porcelain looking ones. Or,
they're pretty bad.
The eyes move or whatever. My aunt had some of those in her house, and it used to creep me out when I was super young. I was like 6 or 7, and she had this whole room with one wall of dolls, and it was like a 8-foot wall, and it was just probably 30 of them just stacked up in groups of 10. Right, like so it's like
you're like, have you seen the movie Chucky? Tell me the truth.
Yeah, right.
But okay, so Hakushu's like, have you seen the new realistic baby doll? It's creepy, and it is, and I would say it's more creepy than a Chucky doll. Now to bring that up. But
dolls?
the elf thing doesn't scratch that itch, but I could see it doing that to me.
So you've heard about the so funny. Every single holiday has been trying to recreate the elf too, just so you're aware.
Right.
Well, there's the oh man.
There's the Halloween one. Oh my gosh, I cannot think of the name. It's the something witch. And the way it is we don't, just to be clear, we don't do this. Granted, we probably should. The witch puts out a bowl, and you put your Halloween candy in it. And the amount of Halloween candy that you put in determines the present that the witch leaves you.
Okay.
So the idea is to simply get rid of kids' Halloween candy, right? So
yeah.
Right.
So the witch, you get your Halloween candy, leaves a bowl, you put your candy in the bowl, the next day all your candy's gone and there's a present sitting there. Well, and I can't remember the name of it.
I don't remember that, but there's another one too, the Mensch on the Bench, which was for Hanukkah.
Yes. Yeah,
that one actually tickles me. I kind of want to buy one.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's the new holiday trends, I guess. Just commercial aspect of it.
Yeah, let's make an Easter one.
Bunny in a crock pot.
Bunny in a crock pot. The which one actually caught on, go figure, because it was pitched on Shark Tank, I think is what it was.
Right.
And then you know,
sense.
Like, I think that's what happened. And my kids talk about it. They're like, oh yeah, like some of my friends give up their Halloween candy and they get a pretty sweet present. Like, I think maybe we could do that. But yeah. So I mean, they know about it. But anyways.
Speaking of, your kids had that gigantic haul. Is that gone?
Gosh.
Creepy
yeah, it's all gone.
AF.
They ate all of it.
The Shining Hall. There's 2 little girls at the back end of your hall in those pictures. I swear it. You can't see them, but everyone else can.
Who? Me?
And there's an elevator, and it opens up, and blood pours out of it every night at 12.
Maybe it's me.
Maybe it's you. Yeah, I can see that.
You ever thought of that?
Creepy. I mean, like, none of the kids ever get spooked going down there at night.
I don't. I mean, the younger 2 never are down there. So I mean, not
because
at night,
they're
at least.
afraid of it. There's your sign.
Well, it is a little. I mean, you know, it is a little creepy. They're talking about my basement in my house that I am currently in, is what they are talking about.
How far away from the basement are you?
He's in the basement.
This second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My studio's in the basement.
It's in the basement, so everybody's far away. Oh wait, so the
no, he's next to the mother-in-law right now.
Yeah, across the hall's the mother-in-law. To my left is my son, and then in the corner's the 14-year-old.
Okay.
And then on that wall's the second kitchen.
All the deviants are downstairs, and all the people that Nina wants to be seen by the general public are upstairs.
Every time he says second kitchen, like it's nothing. Like, yeah, it's like saying the second bathroom.
And it's a full-size kitchen.
It's a full-size kitchen, too.
I mean, it's not full. No,
it's not as big as the one upstairs, but it's
only
full-size
has
kitchen.
one oven, not 2.
Yeah, yes. It doesn't have the stack on top of each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, stop it.
It doesn't have the pizza oven.
Most houses in Idaho have 2 kitchens,
pizza
you know?
ovens.
All right, maybe not. So anyways, my Christmas, the kids were up early. They got totally spoiled. And New Year's, this year we didn't do it. Actually, we haven't done it. This is our 2nd year in Idaho, but next year all the kids made it to midnight, barely. Like the 2 younger ones were like, literally they made it to midnight and they were asleep at 12:01, right? So they were like consciously awake, but they made it.
That's a victory. That's a victory.
Next year we're gonna do the potato drop. In Idaho, like the ball drop, they have like a 200-pound potato that they drop in Idaho.
Oh, never.
And we're going.
I kind of, Aaron.
What?
I need that in my life. I want to see a 200-pound potato.
That's what I'm saying.
So where's the potato drop?
Boise.
In Boise.
Oh, I would
kind of close to Boise, right?
It's the potato drop every year, and they literally drop it and then fireworks after.
So that's kind of like the whole Groundhog Day with Punxsutawney Phil in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay.
Potato
All right.
drop.
You're okay with me doing that?
Yeah. Yes.
You can get behind that.
I can get behind. I want to go myself.
Okay.
Now that I know it's a thing, I didn't know it was a thing until just now.
I had never heard of that, but I'm not at all surprised.
Well, of course, you got to go to the potato drop.
They're like,
why not?
Going back on it, I'm mad that I didn't know about it.
Luz is saying I'm having to be either. Wait. I'm saving to be in either Japan or another place. Hopefully, a place with serious fireworks. You want to go to Japan next year?
Hong Kong. Did you see the Hong Kong firework display for New Year's? When it was 12 there, it was nuts.
Like insanity.
Yeah.
I think I did see a couple images of it.
It was they did it right there.
Why don't they save time and just drop it from your top floor? That wouldn't work very well because again, I'm in the basement. You know?
Also, if he gets touched by sun, he bursts into flames.
That's
why
not
he's
true.
in the basement. That's why he's in the
That's
basement.
not true.
I never drink wine.
That's why he's going full time so he can stay in his den.
So he can stay in the den and never see the light of day again.
I went to the gym twice last week and rode my bike both times to the gym. That's pretty good.
Did you break a sweat?
Dude, I was dying on the way back. I was dying. Oh my gosh. I told my wife because the second time my daughters came with me, my younger 2.
Okay.
And I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's the first time in my life. Like I could not keep up with them. I was like, girls, you have to slow down. I was dying.
So
I'm so out of shape cardio wise. I was like, I'm gonna start riding my bike every single day.
You
at the
lift
gym.
still, don't you?
Oh yeah, I lift all the time. But I was like, I never do cardio, so that's like part of my. I was like, if I'm going to the gym, I'm riding my bike there. Like that.
I have
is
to
the
start
plan.
lifting. One of the guys that works for the company I work for has this unnatural. Well, it's natural strength, but I view it as unnatural because he does nothing to obtain it. It's just there.
Right.
And like pretty much everybody that works here will be trying to get something loosened up or whatever, and they'll be like, "Come over here, man. Come over here." And he'll do it.
Cracks his back or something.
He doesn't even crack his back. He just walks up to it and does it, and then walks away laughing, shaking his head. We're like, "We loosened up that pickle jar for you."
Yeah.
Got it.
That's why I was here.
I mean, that happened today. Like, it's a common thing. He's just an unnaturally strong guy. I've watched him lift the back end of a golf cart got stuck in some mud, and he more or less curled the back end of it up out of the mud and shifted it over with people in it.
With people in it.
Me, I was in it.
See, Aaron. Oh, go ahead.
He doesn't lift at all, so I can't allow him to be that strong. I have to go do something.
Well, you know, there's some people that are like use their hands all day, every day, and you know, you got that world's strongest man strength. Like you don't
Do they call that what was that? There's a term for that type of strength. It starts with an R.
Real strength?
Yeah, that's not it. We'll circle back. We'll circle back to that.
See, I was gonna say, Aaron, I'm surprised you haven't got like some workout stuff at your house, like a bike or
We decided
treadmill.
not to. I have a treadmill, but
Okay.
we had a full gym at the old house and we never
Hello.
used it.
Now, see, we use ours like daily. It's
So we
like
were
our
like,
routine.
Let's just get a gym membership. I like going to the gym. It has the equipment I want. In Idaho, it's not super expensive, so we just
Right.
decided to go that route. I mean,
Well,
I've got
see-
nice dumbbells. I got a treadmill. I've got a bench. Got a couple of benches. So
What do you have a treadmill for? You can just go outside and walk. Or
I
run.
know that's.
Yeah, we
Actually, I
do
don't know,
that.
Maybe we don't have a treadmill. I think we might have put it on the street and said free, and it was gone in like a minute or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't have a treadmill anymore.
He doesn't go upstairs anymore, everybody. He's
Yeah,
stuck in
no.
the basement.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know I don't even know where it is. It's probably not important.
Yeah, Rich is right. There's no gym in your hotel.
Oh my gosh. It's not that big of a house. You guys make it seem like it's like a castle.
No, we took the one hallway looks like the hallway from the hotel in The Shining.
Yes,
Very
right outside
similar.
your door when you look down the hall.
Yeah, just go outside. Go stand up, Aaron. Go stand up. Go out there. Take a second look. Look down it. Imagine it with red shade over the light, and come back and tell me what you
Yeah.
think.
You guys are crazy. You know that? You're both nuts. It's not spooky. I think I just
And
had
you
a
could-
really good potential reward on the sequence for this season. Maybe. Maybe. We got a couple of things up here. Okay. Thank you both for sharing your New Year's and Christmas time with your families.
Yep.
Now let's talk gaming 2024. To start the year, what are we playing?
Carry the weight of both honor and
I've personally been playing a lot of Last Epoch because I'm in a
What
wall.
version?
Both, but mostly now because I'm kind of done with the CT and testing, and I pushed both characters as far as I could. And it was really cool. I can't wait to actually play them in a live game.
Correct.
But mostly now, I actually started a what you call it, Necro, with the big army Necro.
The AI Necro. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
fun.
pretty cool. It's fun. It's nice, but it is strange though playing the vanilla, like the old one, because there's the little things that I noticed that are not in the current version, right? That's what I'm noticing most. Like, oh, that's that, and I'm not gonna say anything, but you both know what I mean. There's a lot of things that just, oh wow, that's right, that's not here.
Yeah,
But-
there's
Yes.
nothing in it that's like, here is a new end game system, but there is enough
No.
difference that you notice it for
It's
sure.
absolutely noticeable. It's just why I am not currently playing the
the champion deserves the
other version. That
Yeah.
everyone-
It's hard
Yeah.
to play. For me, it's really hard to play Last Epoch
difficult
right
to
now,
go. Yeah.
knowing that the
do
launch version
really
is
like-
so
yeah.
awesome.
It's the first time since I've played Last Epoch that I've wanted to, I guess, deep dive onto the skill tree, because like
Yeah.
with Bear, it's just the survivability makes me not care.
Yep.
And with this one, that doesn't exist really at all.
Have you had any time so far to play any video games?
Yeah. I've been playing several, just not on my PC. Oh well, I've been playing. I did the LE, the CT, and I that is the first time I've wanted to deep dive on it with what's on that CT. I don't think we're allowed to talk about it.
Nope.
Not too much, no.
So
No, you're not
It's
allowed
good.
to say anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah, so there's
bang your
that.
bell.
But I'm not going to be playing the publicly released one until it gets this stuff, because I there's no way. That stuff's the stuff I like. I like the other stuff too, but like it's like I like this more. This is better. Anyway, the other game I've been playing is Warframe, and I've been doing.
What do you like Warframe,
SMG
right?
5. Yeah, Warframe's good. It's every now and then I play a shooter and it changes, but like this one's one I keep on coming back to. And it has like elements to it that are RPG.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shot this weekend.
Warframe, really?
It's fun.
Yeah, because they've been talking about it in Discord. Thanks so look up.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it
Brawl.
on my Steam. Yeah, Browse Messenger. I think they're the only two. But
What's
still.
coming for BG3 this year?
Alpha plays.
Is Baldur's Gate doing anything new for the year? Expansions, anything like that announced?
Oh, if there's an expansion, I have to buy it.
Nothing I've heard, but I don't think they would put too much into it, and they would release it like 6 months after mentioning it. Because
So,
the game's still doing great, you know.
what day is the release for LE?
February
is it
21st.
20. Okay, all right, we're good because February 2nd is Persona 3 Reloaded.
It'll also be the first time this channel will try a subathon, February 21st.
That should
What
be
day?
fun.
What day of the week is that?
They normally launch on a Thursday, but I actually have no idea.
Let me look.
Yeah.
January.
I will have to set up a second camera, and I've got a feeling I will be sleeping on stream, which is going to be
21st.
the creepiest thing.
The 21st is a Wednesday.
Ooh.
It's a Wednesday? The 21st?
21st February, yeah.
Oh, they're throwing.
They're launching on a Wednesday?
That is weird.
I'm clear because that's a week
Why would
after
that
our
be there's
anniversary
like
and birthday.
Wasn't there like an economic reason why they typically launch on not Wednesday?
Thursday. Yeah.
They are going to have some competition too, because guess what launches around that same time?
4, one of their next league.
That
no one cares about
Skull
that.
and Bones. What are the pyre?
No one cares about that.
See,
I mean, but I think a lot of people do care about that, but I don't think it's going to take a core ARPG player away from.
Oh, I totally agree. But if you go to Skull and Bones website, right on the thing, an action RPG adventure, they are labeling it as an ARPG.
I mean, technically, Zelda's an ARPG. It's not a isometric hack and slash. It's just an action RPG.
I think the Skull and Bones game, what I've remember it being was more of a role, like a ARPG where you're doing things. Now it's more arcadey. Like they've dumbed it down a bit, and that's kind of like been a big deal. Dragon's Dogma, bro. I did back in 2013, a while, and actually was going to boot it up recently because we were talking about 2 and stuff. So I I downloaded it, but I haven't played it since I downloaded it again.
I you know what? I haven't done all the quests because I restarted all over on the Xbox because I've actually been away from the PC. So Xbox and Switch have been the primaries until we
wait
get
a second.
my
What
backup
happened to
PC.
you setting up a stream setup
That's
at
what
the
I'm just saying.
girlfriend's?
That's what's happening. My backup computer is going over there.
When does that? When?
As soon as I paint the one room and then I start working
Why
on...
are you being so lazy?
Oh, gotta paint a room.
Well, I'm here. I have to paint the girls' room, and then I can start working on the backsplash. So I'm doing the ripped apart palettes with like 4 or 5 different stains for the back wall.
Hey, can you come paint my upstairs too? Or
Yeah, I'll come by and paint your upstairs. You have to feed me though.
that's fine.
Yeah,
It's got a
it's fine.
second kitchen. You can just use that one.
I got a couple rooms. You could probably I gotta find. I'm just kidding. I have no spare rooms. Every room is filled with a living person.
Solo cup. Yeah, the cross save is enabled, or it has not been enabled on mine yet. They're doing it in waves. I check. I've been checking and salivating. And if it's all done, they need to like fix mine.
The truth comes out. No,
It does.
the room's downstairs. Well, I guess it's you could sleep in my studio, but there's all the rooms are filled. All the rooms.
Yeah, but I would just, you don't understand.
carry the weight.
Well, how am I going to paint a room if someone's sleeping in it? What?
I would guess that my downstairs is bigger than your Disney house.
Probably.
Been a
It's
while.
also my office. It's primarily my office now.
What?
Yeah.
Your house?
Yeah.
How
I
often
don't.
are you at the-
And I barely sleep. Well,
Just so you know, for the bonus hour, we're gonna get into the girlfriend situation. See where you're at with all that.
Damn.
that's damn.
What? It'll be good conversation.
So, how are you liking this season of TLI?
My favorite season so far. So I have played all the seasons with the exception of the last one, because the last season launched the exact same time as 092 for Last Epoch, and I literally did my 24-hour stream, then went camping, and then that was
And
right after
didn't-
Germany. It was just
That took
it was
a year
crazy.
off your life, I bet.
Maybe 2.
Right? So, the Eterna or whatever it's called, the like Halloween season.
Yeah,
I
that
did
was
not
fun.
play. I did
You
not.
didn't-
That was the
oh,
last
no.
one.
Enjoy this moment.
Oh, there was a Halloween one?
I mean, it was like a creepy grave map kind of Halloween.
Oh, no,
season.
neither one of us played that then.
So I did not play that. So I cannot say if that
Well,
was good or bad. That
I will
being
be putting
said,
this one.
Dark Surge, Cuba Rapacity, Black Sail, and now this one. This is unequivocally my favorite. And what's so cool about it is the way that they've put in the other seasons. I mean, I feel like I'm playing Cuba Rapacity and this new season simultaneously. Like, it really does have a good mechanic for, you know, the PoE leagues where something has gone core, you could still do that mechanic. They've done a good job with that inside of this season. So they added in a loot filter. They added in a bunch of quality of life. They upgraded, or they made the market global, so everyone kind of has access to the same trade market.
That's good.
So,
Just like a lot
Terrence,
of little things.
speaking of TLI, you popped up in another discussion on Reddit.
Me?
Yes,
About me being the simp for Torchlight Infinite.
Yeah, I think it was Undecember.
I love
Got
that
it.
stuff.
Got a little
you.
pissy.
They spelt your name with one A, and I just went in there and
A-R-O-N.
spelt it correctly, and then Mike dropped out.
You know what's funny? I know that people spell it that way. I don't know if I've ever in my life met a single
if you
A Aaron.
You've never met a man with that spelling. That's how you
No, the
spell it.
girl is
That's the- that's the-
E-R-I-N.
That's Aaron, not Aaron.
I've never seen a single
Aaron.
A Aaron.
I haven't either that I've known. I've known and 2 Aarons with 2 A's, you and another when I was younger, and then a girl who was ER.
Aaron?
Aaron versus Aaron. These are two
Aaron.
different sounds.
Anyways, on
We're just
Reddit,
American and
someone
we blend
posted
them together.
and said, I'm sick of Aaron, action RPG, parentheses, YouTuber, always simping for Torchlight Infinite. And basically the post said, he posts videos on YouTube ripping on Undecember and then simps for Torchlight. And I
really
went in and
love that
commented,
video
and
I
I was
made
like, you
on
should be
Undecember.
clear, I only simp for Last Epoch. So that was my
Get it right, brother.
response. That was my response. And then Guilty came in and said, I could vouch for that. And he said something, I don't know, everybody kind of jumped in, like,
Yeah.
and it's interesting. People are always like, oh, does that bug you? And I was like, I swear on my life, that stuff does not bug me. I actually feel like it's
was
like
funny.
a sense.
If
It's like
you're
a sense of,
important enough to mention.
yes,
It's funny.
it's like a, I don't want to say rite of passage, but like, you know, when you feel
Solo
like
Cup said stuff.
you've landed, or like you're in that
Right.
conversation, but it's like they noticed enough where it pissed them off enough to post it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you've arrived. Like that's what I took from it.
That's a good thing to take.
On launch, on December's shop, store, whatever you want to call it, because there was multiple, it seemed, was really bad.
What they're talking about specifically, Guilty, is that the new season of Undecember, they put in a mechanic where you can spend real money and you could jump to level 70, skipping
Right.
the
Yeah,
entire campaign,
skip the campaign, right?
while simultaneously getting all the rewards and XP that the campaign.
But you can't be on a ladder if you do that.
Yeah, and that's why they're like,
Straight up.
So like, I at that point, it's not pay to win, and I would still do it because screw that campaign. And if PoE decides to do it, I'll do it there too.
I
should.
don't see that.
But the 10 acts, that much PoE.
Oh, PoE. That 10x killed me. I think I did 2-3 years after, and then I was just burnt out on it.
That being said, it still doesn't like, oh, he's a simp for the Torchlight Infinite. Well, and then they were like, oh, Torchlight Infinite has like 200 and something players. I'm like, yeah, it's off season, dorks. It's a seasonal play.
Right.
I would pay for a PoE skip campaign. I know. Anyways, they don't like me over there. They don't like me over there. Oh, that is hilarious that you brought
We
that
threw
up.
their game up a few times.
Yeah, we streamed it.
Multiple times we've streamed it. I made a
Yeah.
22-minute video. It was not very flattering for it, but they earned every second of that.
To be clear, I've never finished the Undecember campaign. Never finished it. So long.
No one, I know like 5 people that have. If
like-
you have, and I know you, and you're not one of those 5, I'm wrong.
Rotten Gamer, if you're out there, I still love you. Just know that.
Yeah. Well, Rotten Gamer's one of those 5.
Rotten
Probably.
Gamer loves.
He loves
that game, and you know what? The game's good, and the gem system's really cool.
I have nothing against anybody loving the game Undecember. I got nothing against that. When I played with you guys,
Lotus.
I was having fun.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Not
It's
too bad.
fun. I mean, I think it has a really cool upgrade system. I just would prefer it to be a premium game that's not got that shop.
But like, here's a perfect example with Torchlight, dude. Right now, like, I wish they would put a $30 price tag on it and get rid of the gotcha system. I would be elated.
That'd
like,
be great. That'd be great.
You know what though? That gotcha system, a lot of people like that for the addiction.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's been put into the games, ARPGs recently, over the last 5-6 years, and it does get that dopamine thing for certain people. They just love that gambling kind of mentality, and they're okay with it. And I'm fine with them being okay with it. It's
You know what? I bet you could source out someone's DOT by which modern game they're playing based off of the microtransactions in it.
right.
I bet you could pretty
Maybe-
much guess a DOT based
Maybe
on those.
it's because I don't play it, but I never hear anyone give Genshin Impact crap. Maybe there's a ton of people that do. I don't know.
Well,
and that's
no,
a full
because
gotcha
it
system.
doesn't try to hide it. So the gotcha system
Right.
thing is not. There's a lot of gotcha system games that are based around gotcha systems.
and never.
This TLI is a straight up ARPG that tried to be good, and a gotcha system that tries to be good.
I don't know. I don't even know how they continue to innovate this season. I mean, I don't know anybody that literally spends money on pets. Maybe there's a million of them
Yeah.
on
Well,
mobile.
there's tons.
I've never
But
spent
you-
a cent.
But
Like,
you won't know because it's not multiplayer.
True.
a lot of people give tons of crap on Genshin.
When there used to be like a lot of people making videos about the gotcha, but I think at the time the gotcha system was still, well, not new to core gamers because that's been around for a while, but it was becoming popular because of Genshin, or at least Genshin helped make it like mainstreamish.
Make it feel cooler. Yeah. Well, the stream factor too.
Yeah.
The people that stream will take those, just because it gives you that, the viewers get that like up and down with them, and they're not paying anything, so they end up not losing too much because they're getting their kicks from their viewers. So probably balances out for them. But outside of the streamers,
Oh,
you're just dealing with
Star
it.
Rail. Star Rail, guys.
Oh, is there?
Star Rail offered me a sponsorship, and I was like, oh, I don't want to. I was like, I don't want to do another mobile one, so I was like, oh no, and then I come to find out Star Rail's, I guess, good or something. I don't know.
Well, so Genshin's not bad either. They're just gacha systems.
Yeah, if you don't mind, what in Genshin I forget because I haven't played it since it.
You pay for
Honkai
the
Star
heroes.
The heroes, right? The different
Yep.
heroes you can play. Right.
Yep.
So-
I mean,
Honkai, it was up for not Game of the Year, but it was up for the Game Awards this year.
yeah, I saw that.
No, was it Game Awards or was it One True
was.
King?
Wasn't it Best Mobile or something? Or
Was it Best Mobile
Could've been.
for the Game Awards or for One True King's thing they did?
I don't know. It for sure was not on Game of the Year. It might have been Best Mobile.
No. But I think it was One True King. It was OTK.
I don't know.
And
Genshin
you
is
know-
an
and you
awesome
know what?
game, But they F the player with the whole resin system. The gacha is the least of the problems.
Oh.
You know, I will say that is what I always find myself defending, and I totally get how it would come across as simping. I tell people all the time, this game has a gacha system. You can spend money for power. That being said, it's not all equal. You don't have to spend a cent, and you can get the full player experience. And then the second I say that, it's like, what a monster. That's normally how it goes. Literally, that's always the conversation. I'm like, yep.
Gotcha systems.
So, I mean, I don't know.
I've still never purchased a pet, and I've pulled over 200 of them.
Well, I've never purchased a pet either.
Right.
And my
Well,
pets aren't even that good.
I had pets given to me, like when we were doing like the early days when we had different accounts.
Dude,
I used those.
Dude, they have given me so much in-game paid credit. I think I have over $500 in
Yeah, they just kept on
primo
paying you in game
crystals.
cash.
Yeah.
It's like arcade money.
But it's so weird because,
I'll give you one token. Just say the name.
it's not contracted work, but each season, if you
Right.
stream the season or make videos for it, you get like, they give you stuff. And I'm not even making, I don't even want the crap. I mean, if they're going to give it to me, I'll take it. But you know what I mean? I'm not making the videos so that they give me their in-game currency. I'm making the videos for YouTube and my normal build guides and stuff. but
Your
they just-
handler was sitting back saying he literally works for peanuts.
That's exactly right.
Actually, no, peanuts cost more than what we're giving him.
Right.
I think I'm getting an additional for this season because I've been streaming it and I made 3 videos. I think I'm getting 20,000 more things. So I'll have like 70,000. What the hell does 70,000?
It better buy you every character.
12,000's $100. 600
wow.
bucks, 600
They-
bucks. $600 worth of crap.
Thanks.
But that is kind of the issue that you won't have versus others will is your pets are better and others. No. But I don't. Hold on.
He doesn't. There's no PvP. There's
And I
no
don't-
multiplayer yet.
Hold on. Well, let me let this pop first. I don't actually spend the in-game currency on
No.
pets though, Rich. I still have all
They're all
50,000.
from the random pools.
So my 200 pet pulls are from the in-game, the jagged crystals that we all get. What are you? Supernova explosion. Ooh.
It's
So,
shiny white.
Anyway.
Oh, you say
Anyway.
it is shiny white.
So it's safe to say all three of us are definitely looking forward to the 1.0 for Ellie,
Right.
so we can actually play what we've been playing with friends
And talk about it.
and talk about it because it's really
It's easy to mess up because, like I was saying, there's so many little
Yeah.
differences. It's like, oh shit.
so it's like yeah, at this point I'm just because they're different enough that I'm going to say one thing thinking it's the other.
Right.
Yeah. But Like I said, Shin Megami Tensei 5, I still haven't beat because other stuff came out. So now I have to finish that on Switch. That's fine. And that's just because I am Mega 10, like Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, Digital Devil Saga, that type of stuff. I like that company. I think Atlas provides a solid product. And I think that they provide you on their digital physicals, like some of the best art books. And that's cool. Was a Persona 3 Reloaded's coming with a statue of Aegus. So that one might get my money because I kind of want that statue.
When is Space Pope launching?
It's because of the Unity shenanigans, not
done.
Yeah. They no, like the download cost is gonna cost. I'm gonna end up owing them money.
No, I thought they backtracked on all that. No.
They kind of did. It's still not ideal.
I see. Okay. I didn't know that.
It's not what it was when I was giving them money for a premium product and not using the free software.
Right.
I see.
And they've also I sent you guys the screenshot of them taking away my analytics.
But I thought they reverted all of it back.
No. The analytics that was last month. They killed analytics last month. They're doing a different system, but I was using that system. So now I have to redo everything for the
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good.
The one I've seen that people switch from Unity has always been like Godot.
Oh yeah. Godot or Godot or whatever. Yeah, Godot, whatever. I have actually used it. I've used Unreal. I think the issue is we tried to do a lot more than we should have. Ultimately it came down to 5 people at maximum. There was 6 people at maximum, with most of them being artists. And
we got it all. Trust me. Program.
Yeah, it was.
Enjoy this moment. The champion deserves.
Have either of you had a chance to play Dwarven Realms yet?
Tiny bit.
No. It's someone from the
I haven't gotten into it.
Not yet.
I didn't. It just feels. I don't know. Maybe you have to get further into the game because I see all these people with different avatar looks and stuff, and I just have this dude that looks bald, and there's nothing. And I was like, how do I switch my? I can't do that. So, and I play it. When I played it, you start off in that first area, and it's just you're fighting goblins till the end of time, and then you get to the end, and then you fight a boss type thing, and then there was some timer that came on that I saw that it just ignored.
Got a timer top left. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'll time. And the minute I see a timer in a game, it drops way low. It loses 2 grades instantly if I see timers. Timers and me in video games are just like, I shy away from them. So,
just to piggyback off that, have you guys played the first 2 Fallout games?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first one has a timer and the second one doesn't?
Yeah.
That's why I don't play the first one.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about timers though. It's just like
the reason why the timer is there, and this might sound different, is that this game has the mob density of like a third-person Vampire Survivors.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
So the timer is there because you can get. Think of it like
is it counting up?
No. But it's like you can get certain maps that are almost like you can design it and have like a PoE style map. So if the timer's not there, you could infinitely farm the millions of enemies to like crazy. So the timer is there based upon you basically exploiting the farming methods, more than like, to finish the level. Does that make sense? Yeah.
It makes sense. But yeah, after that though, that killed it for me. I was just like, oh, it's got a timer. Oh, why? And I get what you're saying, and that's fine. But the game could just, also just end after a certain time, or just have like some type of
Because if you
finale.
just went in there and you were like, I'm going to kill enough enemies until I have to fight the boss, like,
right,
you could literally play like there isn't a timer, because it probably gives you like 20 times more time than what is needed. But yeah, I get it. Anyways,
But,
I'll be dropping a video tomorrow on YouTube about a new community event, working with the Dwarven Realms creators, where anybody that joins the event, there'll be a sign up, just like we do for last Epoch. Will automatically get the new Golem mount coming to the game, and then the winners will get something special. So it's kind of cool. They actually made. Maybe I sent them a picture of my Golem in last Epoch, and I said, "Hey, I want you to do."
I did see a bunch of chatter with at least the one. I think one of the devs is in our Discord, and Crater, I think Crater Man.
Yep, Crater, exactly.
He was talking about mounts and DM could get mounts. I'm like, there's mounts in this game. What for? But because if it's just like a run
because
to the
Diablo
end,
has mounts.
and
This game came out before Diablo, so it was,
Did the mounts come out at launch?
Yeah.
The math.
The mounts, if you're moving at full speed, you can move through the enemy packs, and in the levels they're pretty large,
so they're functional.
Yeah,
They work.
Yeah, in the levels they're pretty large, and certain mounts, like for example, there's like rocks, and you could go up and like hit the rocks to give yourself crafting material. Well, some mounts, if they're at enough speed, you can hit the rock and they'll explode, and you can actually get the crafting materials.
No, not really.
It's, you know what it is, Guilty?
Is it like Tribes of Midgard?
I tried to explain it, and the best way I could describe it is your favorite. It is a full-fledged action RPG with no campaign.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Oh,
There's
so they
no
did the
story.
right thing.
There's
They did the right
literally
thing.
no
Good on them.
story.
Good. Stories suck.
That's part of what it too for me. It was just it existed, but there was nothing to keep me engaged with it. Even a minimal story, like just the minimalist thing or anything like that. And that's not like a big deal, but I do remember that felt a little empty.
So
but that's the first levels. So.
Daft, you're still not a movie guy, right?
I mean, not anti, but I don't sit and watch them unless like
right. But like
family thing.
Do you prefer older films than newer films? If you do,
yes.
What do you consider older? Just to be, are we talking 90s? We talking 60s?
No,
I would say prior to 2000.
Yeah, that's about where. So basically, when I was just 20, anything around when I was in my early mid 20s and younger is old for me. So
I do watch like really old like films, like Charlie Chaplin films. I like those. I'm a big child, but in watching movies with someone who doesn't typically watch films at all, she is liking the older ones more because the new films take the hero's journey and warp it into something that it's not, and it just doesn't naturally work in the human brain. And that's what's wrong with modern storytelling, and it's like textbook crap. And it kills me.
They're trying to like reformulate old formulas and make them modern and stuff, and sometimes it goes astray. Yeah. I don't know.
I was like, where did this come from? But you're talking about not having a campaign. Is that where that triggered your thought?
Because the reason I don't like, and not all the games, but modern storytelling in media, not just games, not just film. It's not as good as like
that enemy.
Like Legend of Zelda. We keep on saying that's one of the best games of all time.
Okay.
And it did have some story. It had like it was the hero's journey.
Right.
There you go. And then like they repeated it until they changed it, and it was just like, you are already the hero. You have already succeeded. Now here's an open nothingness.
Right.
I'm getting wrecked in this map.
You kind of are.
There's four little mini bosses in this section. All right.
Painful.
Sorry. Go on about the hero's journey.
Anyway, no, that's where I'm. But like, if you remove this story it allows the person to bond with the media in a different way.
Right.
And if your story's not strong, it removes the negative aspect of it. And let's face it, there's a good chance it's not going to be strong anymore.
Honor to be judged by a member of the Herman family.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, this game doesn't have a campaign. So, and what's crazy about it is it has a full competitive ladder.
Yeah.
And I think the person in first is level 600. Like, the levels don't stop going up, Guilty. So, like, I think I stopped around 260 or something like that. It's got a 300-point passive tree. It's got attributes. It's got skills and gear and crafting and mapping. And it's cool. It's cool.
It's crazy because the first experience is nothing like what you're talking about. Like the first part is nothing like that. I couldn't even find out how to play hardcore.
So I will say, and I've talked to them about this, is that it's like learning curve. Like they're really actively working on.
It's only $3.99.
Yeah, they're working on a game guide. They're working on a game guide.
It's on sale right now for $3.99, 20% off. I suppose I'll buy it.
Oh, they're good devs. They deserve it for $4. Rich, Path of the Brave is still in here, and they changed it for this season, but it's right down here. You got to talk to this dude. Wait, is it this guy? Yeah, Path of the Brave. It's right here.
Buy or sell. Help yourself to the.
Raylith and his son are really high on the charts. Thanks, Xathius.
Yeah, he was mentioning that. Like 6th or something. Like
wow. Out of how many?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm assuming for a $4 game that's actually good that people are talking about, it's probably a lot.
I mean, it doesn't have 1 million players, right? I think if you started right now, you start right about 800, I think is what it is. So there's probably about 800 active people for the season.
Apparently his son's in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Me and no, not me, Xathius. Me and Tech were in the low 100s. Like 112, 115.
Where the two of you belong. Got it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Daft and I are going to be in the top 10.
Just to be clear, you don't know how to play and never.
Exactly,
so...
and that's why I'm going to be good at it.
What? Wait, I don't get it.
That's how it works.
Anyways, I'll be dropping a video for the new event tomorrow. It should be fun. We're all gonna, whoever signs up, we're gonna start the new season. We're all gonna start fresh January 12th.
So anybody here who wants to come and join the Discord and get on that, do it.
Join the Discord. Let me put it in. Join the Discord.
Dang.
I beat you to it. Yes.
Literally a millisecond.
I haven't gone above rank 890. Oh, so I mean, isn't it kind of interesting? Like, it has 900 players that are ranked. That's pretty good for a small little game that just...
That's literally more players than some of the games we've been playing.
It's probably more than last. Probably more than last Depot.
Probably more than Wolson.
Well, it's definitely more than Wolson.
Well, Wolson.
Well, last Epoch, I actually saw. I'm seeing a lot of players that have been playing the vanilla in the hardcore. Even I've been people chatting even, which was non-existent before.
That's true.
So there's players there, and it's interesting because
Asmongold said he's gonna play it.
Yeah, it's in that weird state where like the core group of players who've been playing it are in the CT, right? So most of the players who are playing are in that version of the game, which doesn't show up on Steam.
So
Steam.
A bunch of core players didn't get CT access though.
I think
at least from our community.
I think a few.
Not all though.
But
we can guarantee not all. And they got it, and then it got removed or something, or they couldn't get back in.
I think what you're thinking of is there was two. There was CT, and then there was like, did something where it was like early access or friends and family or something weird.
It was a friends and family. Yeah.
It was something like that. Invite whoever you want.
Yeah, it was a limited
people lost
thing.
it. Those people lost it.
Yeah.
They got a little taste, and they got kicked out.
They got the wrong taste, though.
They got the wrong taste because early on it just felt
they
like
got shafted on what they gave them. Yeah.
Now it's epically fun and different and cool, but we don't speak about it. but it's only about a month away, 2 months.
Yeah, and
I really think it's gonna blow up. That's my honest. That's my
I
honest
think it
opinion.
will.
Do well.
And I will be playing it quite a bit because it's very good. And I'll be able to play multiplayer with people who can't play what I have. So,
Justice.
I'm
also,
just
it's going to be about a month after Persona 3 Reload, so I'll have that done before it works out well,
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
You're nervous about. Rich is nervous about servers.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I am only nervous about servers.
That's the only issue.
Yeah.
Features,
agree.
masteries,
all fine.
prophecies, bizarre, like all that stuff.
What you
I'm
could
not
say,
nervous
the
about.
game itself
Single player is gonna rock.
is fine.
Oh, if you're playing single player offline, even you're gonna have the best experience. I think.
Controller support is bad. Well,
There's a new version of controller support coming.
There-
I mean,
Yes.
I can't tell you if
can't
it's
say-
good or
you
bad
can't say.
because I've never used it.
I haven't used.
I'm scared I won't be able to connect to America as an overseas player. Yeah, it seems like there's a.
is how you fix the controller support issue for video games. I know they don't really make them anymore, but you can still buy them.
Yes. Theme controller.
But isn't it interesting? Nervous for servers, nervous for multiplayer, nervous for controllers, nervous for crossplay per country. That's the stuff that people are nervous about, right?
Right.
Compared to the game's not fun, the game sucks. Like, people are nervous about the big overarching systems. So I hope that they nail it. Oh man, I hope that they nail it. Actually,
what do you-
I think it's gonna be
Controller
fine.
support's bad on everything, says Bro.
That's because he's an avid Steam Decker now. So he just
Nah.
everything is
Well,
Steam
can't even-
Deck.
The Steam controller, the controller
Mm-hmm.
support that you know the programmable, it's the same. It's the same thing for the Steam Deck. You can
Violence is not.
I
like they
thankfully
just
have no worries
copy
for
and
the
pasted
controller
it.
support.
um
I can't imagine playing an ARPG on a controller.
So
so I do
log out-
play Grim
log
Dawn
out-
on the Xbox, and it's fantastic with the Xbox controller. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they did it. Works well.
Logout's wife won a key for Last Epoch on the last stream.
Mm-hmm.
And she is streaming Last Epoch, normally streams COD,
Mm-hmm.
and she uses a controller and is so far not happy with her experience,
Well,
which sucks.
I tried it once over the summer point. I just plugged in my controller to see if I could even try to play like that. There was something to do with picking up stuff back then that you couldn't pick things up properly, and it just felt awkward. I only did it one day.
He already said, I will go full-time
Hakusho,
controller
you're
once,
right.
once my wrists are gone.
So different games, I guess, place different emphasis, but like the Grim Dawn controller support, solid.
Yeah.
But they also have a console variant of the game, so they had to do that. They had to put effort
It
into
built it in, yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. At least
Hey,
afterwards.
Xathius, did you just see that? It offered me a free rainbow bubble. Sorry, guys. I've never seen that before.
Well, gee.
I've
Oh
never
my
seen that.
goodness, rainbow bubble?
Is there
Rainbow's the
gold inside
highest
of it?
tier of seasonal reward.
The colors.
He says
dude.
lucky.
The
He says-
colors.
I know.
Lucky.
Is
Lucky.
it? It's the highest. Yeah.
It's
I didn't
common blue, also white, blue, purple, yellow, red, rainbow. And I've only ever gotten one, you're talking 50 hours. I've gotten one rainbow, and it just popped up and said, get one random dream or rainbow bubble, but lose a turn on your next omen. I don't know. I just took it. But anyways,
The
I've
rainbow
never.
bubble pops up, says "Get good, kid," and takes away 3 of your.
It's like, you've been dying a lot. Give
Here
him
you
the
go,
rainbow
friend.
one.
Your
So, yeah.
reign of evil ends
Anyways,
here.
I've seen the random upgrade to rainbow, but never had a double just below it.
So,
I see.
will you be playing this on your phone at work?
No. Well, I guess that's not true. The only thing I do on Torchlight Infinite on my phone is I use it as a buying and selling for the trade house.
So I have actually played the game on the phone.
You die too much. Granted, I've been dying a lot, but it's
Well, you died much.
Well, I play endgame, not just campaign.
Sir, that game is so fast. Everyone plays endgame.
Anyways, so I'll log in to check if my stuff's sold and then put new stuff for sale. So like I basically use it at the mobile as a for trading. It actually works really well. It's harder to see what's on the ground on mobile. See? Yeah, it's harder to see what's on the ground.
Well, that's true.
Guilty.
Oh. Pardon me for wanting to have fun with an ARPG in my office.
Why you need to quit that job?
No.
You need to go full-time your streaming setup at your girlfriend's.
The only way I would go full-time streaming, sir, is if I wasn't completely opposed to terrible video games.
I would only go full-time on streaming if I wasn't opposed to terrible.
Yeah, because you have to do a bunch of video game crap you don't want to do.
To be clear, my worst streams of all time are always Diablo 4, if that's the reference.
No, it's not, but I didn't even think about that.
Always my worst. Unequivocally. Always the worst.
Because it's a terrible game, Aaron.
Always
and
the
everyone
worst.
knows it except for simps.
Always. Hey, I'm a simp. I've never been called a simp for D4, though.
But no, good.
That's good, I guess, right?
Not yet, you know.
Speaking of, when did that game release? D4? Was it late spring or?
Was it March? No, it wasn't March.
Because I'm coming up on 1 year. Because I remember when it released, I was like, 1 year from now, I'll check and see if it's any good.
Dude, do you guys see that it's 2023 stats they put out?
No.
1 trillion enemies slain. 1 trillion.
A bunch of normies play the game. It's not
It's
not even
trillion. I read it. I was like, does that say a trillion?
Dude, it's like saying
It was
1
like-
trillion McDoubles got eaten last year. I don't really care.
A trillion.
People are going to poison themselves with nonsense.
I'm just saying, like, come on. Like,
And the analogy sound, you all know it.
a trillion.
I don't know, man. I just guess I'm not part of the fun crew.
Yeah, Rich. We other games don't count the amount of enemies killed, I'm guessing, so we don't know if that's actually a lot. I want to know in WoW, how many enemies have been slain in WoW over 20 years?
That's different. This is less than a year. Oh, come on.
Yeah,
How can you guys not at least give them that is an impressive stat? That is
I don't know if it
impressive.
is. I need to see a control.
Oh my gosh. All right, fine. Fine. I was like, holy crap. It's like, I don't know,
like
4 million
There's other things that they used real big numbers for in the past that they used to fool everybody. It's not like this is the only company that does that.
Wait a second. Are you saying that they are lying about the stats? Wait, is that what we're saying?
No. When you don't provide a control and you just say a stat, you haven't provided anything.
Yeah, you're just giving out numbers. It could be real. It could be just rounded
No, I mean,
off.
it's real. But it does. What does that mean?
Okay,
It doesn't provide you with an actual meaning.
I died once during the sequence, which means I'm going to lose a singular reward. Are they going to take away my rainbow bubble?
No, something you already
10
got
years
in
of
the
PoE
game.
got to be 100 times
They did
that.
it.
Yes, Goji. Like 100 million players killing how many monsters? Exactly. I want to see a per capita.
I guess those things don't matter to me because if you don't like the game, it doesn't matter how many millions of
Yeah,
creatures have been
exactly,
killed.
but,
Like, who cares?
I wasn't
Blizzard's
trying
also
to sell you
notorious-
guys on it. I'm saying
I
it's an
know.
impressive
We already know
stat.
It seems impressive because it's a big
cheap.
number, but like compared to what? It's competitors. I'd like to see the competitors' numbers. I think they should start counting.
Right.
They're probably not counting at
Like
all.
you have the second highest, and here's the competitor Path of Exile.
Yeah,
here.
Rich says, how many monsters have you killed in Torchlight in 3 days?
Okay,
And it's
ready?
just you.
The burning hells of Diablo 4 claimed many in 2023 and shall claim many more. The numbers, D4. Total monsters killed, 1 trillion. Deaths by the butcher, 37 million. Hardcore player deaths, 2.4 million. Most popular classes, Source and Necro. That's
So just look at the data they provided you. There's what was the kill count or over now?
Hardcore player death, 2.4 million.
No, what's the kill count on enemies slain?
It just says 1 trillion.
It's over that. So okay, over 1 trillion slain. What is the death count for players not in hardcore?
It doesn't say.
Of course not.
It's my duty to cleanse all evil. And
But if hardcore's 2.4, you got to figure 20 million? Way more, 50 million probably.
Well, you got the Scrub League, so
which is
probably
still
lot
a
more.
grain of sand next to a trillion, which says that the game's stupid easy.
Literally doesn't. That is not true. That is not true.
It's not stupid easy. It's leveled, so it's
Well,
it is what it is.
you're killing way more than you are dying, is what it says.
Oh yeah, I would assume so. I only played like 2 characters.
Yeah, this softcore death figures is uncountable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would be uncountable.
Well, no, you know what? That's not true. No, they can count the deaths of every random thing. They can take a softcore death count. It will be lower than the number of enemies slain.
But I mean, D4 doesn't have good mob density.
No,
That's
it's
what I'm
gotten
saying.
better though.
I know. I'm just saying it doesn't have good mob density where you could be like, well, you know, it's great because of this. Like,
so Asmund did a critique. I'm sure we've all seen it, where he was talking about someone else's critique, and he's like, yeah, you take the highest level item, weapon, whatever in D4, and you could break it down into how it became in like 30 seconds. You did this, this, and this because that's what you can do. And then he was talking, I think it was PoE or something like that. And you take the highest piece of equipment and it takes a lot longer to explain how it became. Now, I mean, it's a young game, but it's throwing out big numbers and not providing, a control is a tactic that we've seen before in the last 4 years.
Yeah. Remember the same kind of conversation was around Lost Ark about how many players are there, how many were bots, and one of these kind of like social things. We're just going to throw numbers out there to entice people. And that's what Blizzard does recently, just throwing huge numbers in, whatever works.
Yeah, and they never let you like, oh no, you can't see those stats, but you can see these stats.
Right.
I'm just saying, 1 trillion is impressive. That's all I'm saying. That is a large.
Well, yeah, but what other games have hit 1 trillion?
That is over 999 billion enemies. Like that is
right.
Unless let's just take it at face value that the number is accurate. That is unbelievable.
How many deaths in softcore was in the or hardcore was in a million still, right?
Yeah, 2.4 million.
Would you assume softcore deaths were still in the millions and not in the billions?
I would guess that softcore deaths are probably, if hardcore's 2.4, softcore's maybe 50 million deaths.
Yeah.
40 million deaths.
That's still higher. A grain of sand compared to 1 trillion. That should tell you something big just in the data they provided. But I don't think they expected people to like look at it that way.
Crunch numbers like that. That's fine though. I mean, if they want to do their thing, that's cool. And if people like playing it, it's cool.
There's a lot of millions. A lot. It's a big.
No. I love how they're like, no, you can't. We're not going to release our data, and then they're like, but you can see this.
But nobody releases. It's meant to be like a fun post. It's a fun post. It's not a go buy our game post.
That's a shade post.
Of course, it's a go buy our game post.
I don't know.
I think everything they do is give me
they're
money.
They're doing everything possible to recover from the kind of mediocre start it had, I'd say. And you have a lot of players playing this.
So if 10 million people play it, you need to kill, 100,000 monsters. Yeah, there it is. Rich points it. Thank you, Rich.
If you have 10 million people playing, you need to kill 100,000
monsters.
That's a lot of monsters.
Yes, it is.
That's still a lot of monsters.
Math's gonna math.
Ooh. Daft, get rid of the person.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and
I died once and it took my rainbow bubble. That's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible feeling. Okay. Awesome.
And
it's gone. Okay, everybody. I will be back streaming on Friday. Okay, on Friday. It was a black sail bubble. Those are the worst ones. And I think we might, I can't decide. We will either be playing Torchlight or we'll do a Day of Dwarven Realms to get ready for the competition, because now I am required at bare minimum to beat Guilty. I hope he doesn't sign up, because
I'm signing up just to beat you. What?
No,
oh, it's like we know each other.
No.
What day is this?
The new season drops January 12th.
Which is what day?
Next Friday, January.
The 12th is a Friday. Oh, I'll be there, Mr. Man.
Oh my gosh.
You done messed up now, son.
Here we go. Also, to all Patreons out there, we're going to be doing our first game night this Saturday. So Saturday night, I'm going to post it on Discord, and I'm going to post it over in Patreon. We'll all jump into voice chat. We'll pick a couple games to play together off stream, and it should be a fun night. That's coming up this Saturday, okay, for Patreon game night. So that should be a whole lot of fun. What we're going to do now is move over to actually YouTube streaming for our bonus hour that are Patreons only. I'm moving towards full time.
Sent you an open challenge, sir.
StarCraft? We can't play StarCraft for game night. I'm going to be drinking and...
Well, no, it sounds like BS to me. Sounds like you're turning down a perfectly fine challenge. You're always saying how you can beat me and Rich.
Oh no! I said I could beat. I said I could beat you and Daft.
No. You threw Rich in there.
There's even StarCraft 2 mods that are official.
We can play StarCraft Ghost. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with StarCraft Ghost.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that too. Let's go dig that one up.
Exactly. So we're going to be moving over to the bonus hour on Patreon, which will be on YouTube, and we'll put the link in the VIP chat. And it is the best place to support in the future as we make the move towards full time. So we're done here. Patreons, will see you in a few minutes over on YouTube, where we get to ask Guilty questions about his relationship. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
I'm going to switch my hats.
I'm elated about this. So,
oh boy.
Oh, Rich, if you're going to be in the Patreon chat, I've got a special shirt I'm going to wear just for you.
As long as you're wearing a shirt, I'm fine with it.
It's going to be a shirt.
Okay. Perfect.
Up until Matthew's most recent shenanigans, he was #1 in points. So I'm not, or #1 in goals and points. No, he's #1 in points, but I think he's not #1 in goals. He's #2 in goals.
Where is the Patreon area? Crazy. Just hang out in the VIP in Discord and you will see it. Okay, we're gone. Bye. Have a good night. See ya. Bye.